Most interesting thing in tech. The biggest conversations in Davos are, of course, about geopolitics and also about tech. And they intersect in a really interesting way. Part of what, of course, is motivating Trump's current geopolitics is all the American success in tech and the fact that the AI industry, the most important industry in the world, is so centralized in the United States. So one of the very interesting conversations here is not just how Europe can catch up, but is there the possibility that Europe could build an open source AI alternative? And Eric Schmidt here, you of course know who Eric Schmidt is, presented this as one of the most important things that can happen in the next few years. So Eric, how exactly could Europe build an open source alternative? What would need to happen?
So Europe has the people to do this. It doesn't have the money or hasn't allocated it, and it doesn't have the hardware. Electricity prices are too high. So all Europe has to do is to have a Brussels-led program to build an open source European model. That is a pre-trained model that represents European values, European culture, European languages. Do it well, spend a lot of money. The hardware is probably going to have to be somewhere else because there's not enough data centers in Europe to do it.
So you want Brussels to buy the chips, set up the grid, make the rules?
Perhaps they could give that to a private company, or they could give it to a set of universities. We know how to build models. The Europeans are just not doing it. Furthermore, they can do everything open source. And if they get a really good one, then all the open source people from the rest of the world can participate in it.
And why can't they just use open source models that are built elsewhere? Qwen, trained by the Chinese, but you could look at the model weights and you could take that and make that the base of a European model that you build European infrastructure on.
You've obviously never looked at an open weight model. What are you going to do, study the numbers?
Right.
You don't know what the model can do after it's been trained until you thoroughly examine it. I suppose you could take a Chinese model and you could explore every aspect of it. It would take you longer than just building your own.
So do you think there's a realistic chance that this could happen?
I think with enough fear, the Europeans will understand that they should have more control over their own destiny in AI.
Well, certainly, based on what I've been hearing in Davos, there's more and more fear. So perhaps there'll be more and more interest in open source. I think it's one of the most important ideas in the world. Definitely the most interesting thing in tech. Thank you, Eric Schmidt.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick.